The monster. A fearsome flurry, and he's down.
Inoue has been whistling the knockout tune to all opponents for 12 years now.
Introducing to you first, the defending world champion, hailing from Zama, Kanagawa, Japan. With a sensational record, he is undefeated with 26 wins, no losses, 23 big wins. Reigning and defending WBA and IBF Bantamweight Champion of the World, introducing Naoya Inoue.
Ladies and gentlemen, boxing aficionados, combat enthusiasts, and adrenaline junkies, get ready today as we will be delving into the narrative of a boxer so deadly, so strong that even legends kneel in reverence. A guy who strikes that hard would have to pay attention even for the legendary Mike Tyson. We are the
kid from Japan, Inoue. So when you see, he got the victory over Cool Boy Steph. Cool Boy Steph, he's not a heavy puncher, good boxer. But far as, Inoue, it was a Filipino fighter, he had fought twice.
Discussing the pound-for-pound monarch, Naoya Inoue, the Japanese monster, the human wrecking machine. And what's next? Well, one thing's for sure, whoever goes in the ring with him better be ready for war. Because when Naoya Inoue fights, it's not simply it's a demolition job. It's a statement. It's another chapter in the legacy of one of the most fearsome punchers boxing has ever seen. Now, you have most likely heard the term if you are even little inclined in boxing. One thing, however, is hearing about Naoya Inoue, watching him in action, that is just enough.
Donaire. So Donaire was giving him fits in the first fight. And if I'm not mistaken, Donaire was somewhere close to 40 or 40 years old when he fought him the first time. Whereas, he was in his 20s.
Another degree of wonder. This man is destroying people, shattering their souls, therefore creating a trail of devastation in the ring, not just knocking people out. And the frightening aspect is also he gives it an easy appearance. This is not your normal power puncher who swings recklessly trying to strike a fortunate hit. No, Inoue does surgery. Precise. He's got the pace of a lightweight, the technique of a seasoned veteran, and the type of knockout power that makes you doubt reality. And here's the kicker, he's doing this in the lower weight divisions, where knockouts like his are rare. Fighters in these categories are noted for their speed, volume striking, and endurance, not one-punch destruction. Yet, Inoue defies all of that, smashing the notions of what's achievable at these weights. Let's rewind a little. Naoya Inoue was born on April 10, 1993.
He should have knocked him out in the first fight. Fighting a guy, like I said before, at that age. What I need Inoue to do is, I need him to come fight in the U.S., random blood, urine testing. I think he's a hell of a fighter.
Zama, Kanagawa, Japan, and from an early age, this kid was destined for greatness. He had an amateur career that already revealed flashes of his incredible talent, 75 victories and just 6 defeats. That's elite-level stuff right there. His technical talent was clear early on, but what made him remarkable was his ability to blend savage aggressiveness with absolute finesse, something you don't see frequently, particularly in the amateurs. But the minute he went pro, oh yeah, that's when the monster was completely released. Imagine this, most fighters take their time, establish their record against lower opposition, and steadily climb the ranks. Not Inoue. This man was crushing champions and former world title holders from the get-go. In only his 6th professional bout, he earned his first world championship. 6th, do you know how ridiculous that is? Some fighters wait years to get a chance, yet this man achieved it before most hopefuls even break a sweat. And it wasn't just any title, it was a dominating stoppage victory over a renowned champion. That's when the world began paying notice. But what truly sets Inoue apart is his strength. And not just any power, we're talking about bone-crushing, soul-snatching, career-ending power. The type of strength that makes mature men collapse. He doesn't simply knock men out, he makes them doubt their whole life in the ring. His body shots? Devastating. A single well-placed liver shot from him takes warriors to their knees, frozen by agony, gasping for oxygen as if their bodies suddenly shut down. His hooks? Lethal. The sort that burst on contact and leave opponents crushed before they even know what struck them. His counter-punching? Unbelievable. He doesn't simply wait, he lays traps. punishing everyone who dares to make a mistake. His ability to analyze an opponent and capitalize on the tiniest opportunity is what differentiates him from the others. And let's be real, when a man fights at 118 pounds and hits like a heavyweight, you know you're watching something exceptional. This isn't an exaggeration. Fighters in his weight class are designed to take punishment, but they crumble beneath his strength like paper. Now, let's break it down. What makes Naoya Inoue such a monster in the ring? First, his technique. This man is textbook flawless but with an edge. He fights with a high IQ, estimating distance like a sniper, laying up traps, and then, bam, exploding with precise precision. He doesn't waste punches. Every shot has a purpose, and when he lands clean, it's lights out. His feints and mobility create openings where none should exist, and before his opponents can respond, they're already on the mat. Second, his speed. Inoue is like a ninja in the ring. He moves in and out of range so swiftly that opponents hardly have time to respond. And the way he mixes up his shots? It's an art form. 1 second, he's attacking the head. The next, he's tearing into the body with those terrible liver strikes that make even the fiercest warriors fall. His combos are so slick, so lethal, that even elite-level competitors struggle to keep up. And third, his tenacity. Oh sure, this dude is not only
a hell of a fighter. I won't take nothing away from him. Hell of a fighter. And I like him because I see he take a lot of my stuff from my playbook.
About offense. He's got an iron chin. Remember his fight against Naoya in 2019? That was a war. A genuine test of brilliance. Inoue was rocked, absorbed tremendous blows, even battled with a shattered orbital bone and yet won. Not just won, he closed the show in the 11th round, demonstrating that he's not only a destroyer, but a fighter too. That bout established his legend and showed the world that Inoue is constructed uniquely. Now, here's the million-dollar question. Does Naoya Inoue really punch harder than Mike Tyson? Obviously, Tyson fought at heavyweight, while Inoue is considerably smaller. But pound for pound, the figures don't lie. Inoue's knockout percentage is off the charts, and the way his opponents respond to his blows tells you everything you need to know. These aren't just knockouts, they're demolitions. Think about this, Inoue's KO strength comes not merely from pure force but from accuracy, timing, and technique. He creates maximal torque with every punch, snapping his blows with laser precision. It's like being struck by a bullet rather than a hammer, sharp, accurate, and lethal. And let's not forget Tyson himself has lauded Inoue. When one of the deadliest punchers in history recognizes your power, that says volumes. Fast forward to now, and Naoya Inoue is an unquestioned champion across various weight classes. He has cleared up the bantamweight category and is now scaring the super bantamweights. No one is safe. He's defeated world-class fighters like Donaire, Paul Butler, Stephen Fulton, you name it. They all fell prey to the monster. And he's not just winning, he's annihilating top-level opposition with ease. So there you have it, the Japanese monster. The guy with fists of death. The boxer who could well punch harder than Mike Tyson pound for pound. Naoya Inoue is not merely a champion. He's a sensation, a once-in-a-lifetime talent. And if you're not watching him, you're losing out on one of the most electric fighters of our age. So buckle up, people, because Naoya Inoue is just getting started. And believe me, you do not want to be on the receiving end of his fists. This has been your deep dive into the monster himself. If you loved this, click that like button, subscribe, and let us know in the comments, who do you think can challenge Naoya Inoue, or is he genuinely unstoppable? But let's be honest for a second, how much longer can this supremacy last? Can anybody stop Naoya Inoue? Because if we're being honest, the way things are looking right now, the answer could well be no. Look at what he's already accomplished. Multiple division world champion, undisputed king at bantamweight, conquered every big task in his him, and the scariest part? He's still in his prime. This dude is not slowing down, he's just growing sharper, stronger, and more frightening with each bout. Fighters prepare their entire lives just to obtain a crack at a world championship, but against Inoue, that dream may turn into a nightmare pretty soon. Look at Stephen Fulton, an unbeaten, highly skillful champion, famed for his smooth boxing and defensive ability. Many anticipated his style would cause Inoue difficulties, some even projected an upset. But when the bell rang, Inoue eliminated those uncertainties. He walked Fulton down, outboxed the boxer, and ended him with the type of clinical annihilation that left no space for discussion. That wasn't simply a win, it was a message to the whole division. And now, with each subsequent clash, the question isn't simply who's next, it's who can survive. And let's talk about this. If Inoue continues going at this rate, are we looking at an all-time great in the making? Because think about it, how many fighters have gone up in weight and brought not only their talents, but their knockout power with them? Most fighters lose their edge as they climb divisions, but not Inoue. If anything, his strength appears to be increasing more devastating as he encounters larger, stronger opponents. That's uncommon, that's special, that's legendary. Now, let's fantasize for a second, what happens if Inoue continues going up? Could we see him at featherweight? Super featherweight? And if he does, might he still be just as dominant? Could he still be the monster at 126 or 130 pounds? Some folks would feel that stretching it, that size ultimately becomes a factor. But here's the thing, fighters like Manny Pacquiao demonstrated that with the appropriate speed, power, and talent, you can defy weight class assumptions. And Inoue, he's got all of that. Imagine a future when he contends for world championships at even higher categories. Imagine him taking on premier featherweights, or possibly one day getting into the ring with names we never believed imaginable. Would he still be the boogeyman of boxing? One thing is for sure, whether he goes up or remains there, every bout from now on is history in the making. This isn't simply another fantastic boxer we're witnessing, this is someone who might be on the way to boxing glory. So the true issue is, are we seeing the ascension of one of the greatest pound-for-pound fighters of all time? Or has he already cemented his position among the legends? Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you're as psyched as I am for what's coming, press that like button, subscribe, and stay tuned. Because Naoya Inoue isn't done yet. In reality, the real issue is, who's left to stop him? Until next time, stay sharp, stay hungry, and keep appreciating the beautiful science of boxing.